Hey, this is 365 Days a Movie, my top 365 movies. So check out the next installment. Number 154, Iron Man, rating 8.47. Released in 2008, directed by Jon Favreau, starring Robert Downey Jr., Terrence Howard, Jeff Bridges, Shaun, Toub, and Gwyneth Paltrow. A billionaire industrialist and genius inventor Tony Stark is conducting weapons tests overseas, but terrorists kidnap him to force him to build a devastating weapon. Instead, he builds an armored suit and upends his captors. Returning to America, Stark refines the suit and uses it to combat crime and terrorism. This movie was surprising in how good it was. It came out in the same year as Dark Knight and The Hulk and Watchmen, and that year was just great for movies. And this movie was probably the pinnacle, after Dark Knight, because Dark Knight was so good. But this movie can't be discounted because of that. Because in a year that didn't have The Dark Knight, this was probably one of the best movies out there. Certainly the best comic book movie out there. And it really showed what the MCU was going to do as they came onto the scene. Now, the MCU wasn't necessarily what it was at this point. There were plans, but it didn't have the ability to do whatever it wanted because it hadn't proven itself yet. It had 2 movies in the franchise, and one of them was okay and enjoyable, but not something that you would base a 25, 30, 40 movie franchise on that had never existed before. The idea of that many movies in a franchise was ridiculous at the time, and no one thought that this is where it was going. But Iron Man really started that off with a bang, and it got people interested in the MCU. Because it's a good movie and it's well thought out, and the story is great, and Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Tony Stark is legendary, and you can't discount how important Robert Downey Jr. was to the entire MCU. If you haven't watched Iron Man, I don't know what you've been doing, but go watch it. Hey everybody, this has been 365 Days of Movies. We're going to keep plowing ahead. So let me know what you think of this movie, and if you want to discuss it further, comment below. If I get a lot of interest, I may very well make a full review of the movie, maybe even a video essay. So let me know what you think, and let's get to the next one.